New action MMO. Oh, okay, okay, all right. This is 7 minutes. Yeah, we'll watch it. It's a 7 minute video.
So I was just linked to the newly released teaser trailer for TS Project. This was an MMO that I covered back in February 2022. At that juncture, there was no trailer footage, there was no in-game footage whatsoever.
Okay.
There was essentially no information pertaining to the game in any capacity. Before we go any further, I just want to take a moment here to thank all of the absolute chads and chadettes that support this channel via Patreon.
Sure.
You're all freaking legends. Seriously, each and every single one of you. I would offer to give each of you a kiss, but
we'll see.
I suffer from severe intimacy issues. Additionally, if you want to stay up to date with all the latest MMO gacha and gaming news, take a second here to follow Mrs. Six and I over on Twitter. We tweet daily. Now, as of today, September 5th, there has been a teaser trailer for TS Project, which is described as a super large MMORPG.
I wasn't sold on it, guys. I wasn't sold on it, but now that I hear it's going to be super large, reminds me a lot of McDonald's. I think it could be pretty good.
Currently under development utilizing Unreal Engine 5. They have, interestingly enough, disabled comments, which is never a good sign, but this is supposedly featuring full in-game graphics captured on PC, and we are going to go ahead and take a look at the trailer first, and then we're going to look at, at what information was revealed alongside the trailer.
This looks nice.
I've never heard.
As you can see, they had the Elden Ring tree there. Not a surprise. A lot of games are copying that now.
Heard of Game Tales. I do want to note, though, her walking animation.
Wow, it's a Tuskar. I love one of my favorite things to see. I look at this guy's ears. One of my favorite things to see are 30-something-year-old guys that used to have gauges in their ears, but their wife made them take them out whenever they had their second kid. And you can always fucking tell because their ears are fucked up. God, it's so funny to fucking see. I remember back whenever everybody got into that, they thought it was so dumb. I thought it was so dumb. And I was like, man, they're going to look at this the same as we look at like people that have like all those rings in their neck in like Africa in like 2,000 fucking years. Like, this is crazy. What the fuck are you thinking? And now, look at this. It reminds me of it.
Is very stiff. She looks almost like she's gliding across the ground.
Yeah, it doesn't look good. But she has cat ears.
But the character model herself, oh, man. Korea, dude, they come up with some absolutely incredible looking characters in their games.
I just feel like this is pretty generic, man. Like, this isn't, I'm not really sold on this. Yeah, it's like, okay. Great, so we got another hot girl with little ears. Okay. Great. All right, the world looks nice. Sure. This looks like the third re-release of Skyrim. No, that's the Elden Ring tree there. There it is.
So I'm guessing what this is trying to express is that it is going to have seasonal weather changes. Yeah.
Okay, so we've got a cat girl running around a city that was made for Skyrim. She is walking around, it's raining, and guess what? She's wearing a white t-shirt. How convenient. And then she goes to some boars that are on crack, and we have the pan over to Nosferatu Zod, the final battle of the trailer. Wow. Oh, wow. I'll play this. I always play these whenever they come out, right? I'll play it, sure. But man, I'm not expecting this to be super cool.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. That is probably the dumbest trailer I've ever seen.
Thank you.
To advertise
Thank you.
an MMORPG.
Thank
now,
you.
back in February, we only had two different images released for the game. These images in specific were used as advertising material. We had Arisia, the healer slash sorceress, and then we had Silky Ra, the hunter slash assassin. Now, there are two different websites that are currently covering TS Project. We're going to take a look at both of them, see if we can kind of compile information and get a rough gauge of what platforms this is launching onto, what kind of game it's going to be, what kind of combat it's going to use. So according to Technosteria, Studio Game Tales has finally published the first gameplay video in a long time dedicated to the MMORPG under the working title TS Project. It allows us to evaluate the graphics of the game, which, you know, the character model looked really good.
I thought it looked okay. Like it was, I don't know. I think it looks okay. Sure. Like I don't know. Like I mean, it looks fine.
Walking animation looked terrible on the Unreal Engine 5 engine, which has changed significantly when compared to the 2017 demo. This was announced back in 2017, so this had a functional demo 5 years ago. Wow. The picture became more detailed and beautiful, but at the same time lost its cartoonish anime style. The video itself is recorded on a PC and shows a fantasy city. No, that looked like a basic like medieval city.
It looked like if they remastered Black Desert Online. Like with the character models and like a lot of the houses around, it looked like a remastered Black Desert Online.
As well as seasonal changes in the open world. TS Project is an MMORPG based on 4 of Jung Sung Hwan's original novels, including Silent Tale and Hollow Knight. The game will tell the story of heroes from another dimension who went to the Myers-Sotis continent to restore peace to this place. Developers promise to reveal details later. TS Project is it is a cross-platform MMO. That makes a lot more sense.
That's
now.
good.
Because if this were releasing exclusively on a PC, I'm sure they would have shown the UI because they purposefully omitted the UI in its entirety. And
that's probably a good thing. Like, I mean, I don't give a fuck about the UI for a game as long as you can change it and move shit around. It doesn't matter to me. I mean, I think that if you make a game on I don't think that a game being on mobile means that it has to be bad. I really don't think so. But it also, I mean, the reality is that while it doesn't mean that it has to be bad, we do have a lot of precedent, don't we? A lot of precedents that says that, you know what, it's probably going to be bad.
This kind of felt like a mobile game. The release date has not yet been determined. Now let's see what MMO culture has to say about it. I notice immediately that it says it is going to contain blockchain.
I think that the reason why nobody wants blockchain stuff in an MMO isn't actually because it's blockchain, it's because it adds no value to the game. I think that if an MMO came out and it had NFTs and blockchain technology in it, and the game was good, then I think people would be fine with it. The problem is that the game adds blockchain as a intrinsic value when it's not for most players. People don't give a shit about it. Nobody thinks, oh, it's a buzzword. Like, I don't give a fuck about this.
Why,
it's just stupid.
Why though? Why? Why does every new Asian MMO need to contain a blockchain? You are literally immediately destroying any potential your game would have had. These developers are fucking idiots. As mentioned previously, TS Project.
Well, I mean, if it's any fucking if it's any solace, this game's probably never going to come out. Like, I mean, there's a trailer for it fucking how many years ago? And it still didn't come out? I mean, get the fuck out of it. It's never going to come out. Who cares?
Stories written by Game
5
Tales
years.
CEO himself. I'm not sure why he wouldn't hire writers to write the game, but apparently he values his own talents and
Oh, so the guy that's the CEO of the game wrote the story himself? Okay. Yeah, I'm sure this will be good.
abilities above professionals. He published several novels and worked on scenarios and quests for games such as Eco Tactics Online, Cabal Online. Admittedly, Cabal Online was actually a kind of fun game, and Terra Hero. I believe Terra Hero was the Terra mobile game that shut down, months after launching. Unfortunately, while the development team boasts of many industry veterans, TS Project will be built with blockchain and NFT technologies. So,
thank God.
guys, we have this brand new MMO.
Thank God.
The MMO has
Just what
great
we
looking
wanted.
character models. It has really bad character animations. They hid the UI because they don't want people to know how shit it looks, and it is going to be built not only for mobile first and then ported to PC to take advantage of idiots like you and me, but it is going to have a sole and complete focus around blockchain and NFTs. Seriously, fuck Game Tales and fuck Game Tales' CEO. This trash is never going to take off, and I cannot wait for this blockchain NFT crypto fad to die off. Now, if this looked like something that you might have been interested in, and you're thinking to yourself, man, I wish I had a new MMO to play, then I have a video on screen right now with all of the remaining MMOs slated to come
Here's
out
another one you
this
can
year
play
in
instead.
2022. Or alternatively, I have a video on screen detailing the most populated gacha games in 2022, the gacha games that everyone else is playing and that do not actually have NFTs, blockchain, or any type of crypto.
I feel like if you're going to play a game that's a gacha game, why the fuck are you going to be mad about NFTs? Like, I'm sorry, but like, it's like, well, I'm playing a gambling simulator for online waifus to get extra outfits for them, but NFTs, that's where I draw the line. Get the fuck out of here. No. No, no. Like, if it's the if you're gonna be okay with the gacha games, but NFTs are too far for you, I'm sorry, but you're already lost. I don't give a fuck. Gacha games look good when they scan, at least. Yeah, well, that's the problem. So here's NFTs being in a game will not make me play or not play a game. You see what I'm saying? Like, this is something that is completely fucking independent from the value that I get out of a video game. Because the reason why is very simple. It's because I don't give a fuck. People buy and sell shit in video games all the time. But the problem with NFTs is this. If you have NFTs in the game, don't you effectively make your game pay to win? Because people can just buy and sell these for real money or something equivalent to real money? I don't know. I find it to be very, very weird. I think that NFTs and people making blockchain video games, the reason why somebody wants to make a blockchain video game, let me explain why, is that a lot of the different ways that these companies make money and with like the different blockchain stuff is with transaction fees. So if you have an MMO that's built all around, you know, having these items that can be traded between each other, and you have a bunch of people playing the MMO, well, then you're going to have a bunch of people making transaction fees. It's just that simple.
Crypto built into them.
Yeah, I don't think people want that. I think they're just, people are tired of that. I think that there are these companies that are looking, thank you. I'm very glad. Give this video a like. I like, this is a good video. Yeah, this was good. I'm glad that, you know, he came to the same conclusion that I did, basically. I'll link it to you guys so you're able to watch it and give it a like. Give it a sub. Those thumbnails, well, I think they're great. And listen, all I'm really trying to get at here is that I don't Yeah, like NFTs aren't going to make me not play a game if the game's very good. But I'm certainly not. It will be something that if I hear NFTs are in the game, I will automatically have a higher standard for the game. Like, I will see that and I'm like, this is probably going to be some fucky ass bullshit. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, I haven't seen any good ones. Used for reason MMO is open source game development and decentralized hosting, so it's not controlled and dependent on a single company. I think that decentralization is fetishized by people that live in gated communities and safe suburbs. There is a reason why there is centralization for a lot of things. Like, yes, decentralization. Get the fuck out of here. A lot of them are trying to do that. Yeah, I see that. Have you seen Riders of Icarus? Is an MMO that went towards a virtual coin of some kind? No, I haven't seen that at all. Click on the top left video. Oh, yeah. Sure. And overhyped bullshit. Buy my NFT. The call, you can't log on to your main character. Oh, congrats, man. Centralized money makes you a slave. And decentralized doesn't? Like, again, I understand, like, why a lot of people have, like, conclusions like that. You know, they feel that way, etc. But what you guys need to understand is that, like, there are many places in the world that have decentralization of different currencies and things like this. And almost all places in the world that are like that are absolute fucking hellscapes. So just keep that in mind, is that whenever you say you don't want decentralization, what you really mean is you want survival of the fittest. That's what happens every time. And I can guarantee you that there is somebody who is a lot more fucking savage than you are out there that will do things that you won't do and that will basically take a decentralized market and then make it centralized. That's what happens every time. Yeah, the best thing about the worst thing about a free market is it's in people's best interest whenever they're in a free market to make it not free anymore. Like, the first thing that I did whenever any guild would kill Mythic Garrosh is I would send them a message and I would congratulate them and then let them know that the price that everybody has agreed on is a certain amount of gold and that we were hoping that they would be able to sell it for the same price. Nice shield. Thanks, man. Yeah, like, we were always doing that. I mean, I think that's, like, yeah, price fixing, cheating. Like, I remember I used to be, like, really, really, like, hardcore libertarian. And, you know, I think free market is the solution to everything. And then I played World of Warcraft. And I did all of the things that are against the law in real life. And I realized why they're against the law. Why is price fixing against the law? Well, here's why. Why is collusion against the law? Here's why. Why is wire fraud against the law? Well, here's fucking why. You know, that's the thing. Is that, again, like, people just don't understand that because they just don't have the perspective that I do. I think that it's just people just they don't get it. Like, play an actual free game and see what happens. You want to see true capitalism? Yeah, play Eve. Yeah, and even that's not like anything that has a governing body above it is not true capitalism or a true free market. What are you trying to say with this? What I'm trying to say with this is that decentralization should not be fetishized by people that live in gated communities and safe suburbs as much as it is. That's what I'm trying to say. Gentlemen, we need people for ZA. Let's go.